Welcome to
Welcome to
Balls.
Balls, the only podcast that you can guarantee every episode is about balls.
Yeah, you get to do the tagline because that sounds lame.
Today we're going to be talking about, you know, the balls before all balls, so to
The
speak.
the granddaddy's balls.
The granddaddy's balls. When you talk about your granddaddy's balls, you should make sure to think about these subjects. We're talking about arcade games. I'm a big fan of arcade games. Have you ever played Pong? Have you ever played...
I've
That's...
never played Pong.
You've never played Pong?
I mean, I've probably played Pong, but I don't remember it.
We're doing an episode on Pong and you haven't played
We're
Pong.
doing an episode on more than just Pong. Come on.
You've never played Pong.
I don't remember playing. I've probably not actual Pong. I played air hockey on the iPhone.
That's not Pong.
It's basically Pong.
I've like I've made Pong in Scratch and here you are, never Pong virgin over here.
Fuck you. Are we allowed to say fuck?
I think we're allowed to say fuck.
Okay. That's our show. So
um Pong I guess let's move on from Pong if you haven't ever played Pong.
I mean, we still got to talk about Pong. We
Well,
can't
you know what?
not talk
Pong
about Pong.
revolutionized a lot of things. It had a circle in it. Excellent choice.
It was basically a ball.
It's true.
Let me go on to Pong at Wikipedia.
There's you got Pong. I love the sound design in Pong. I feel like the original Pong
Have you seen the
had really
face of the
good
guy?
sound.
Have you seen the face of the guy who made Pong? Like the Wikipedia picture.
I have not.
Let me send it to you.
Yeah?
This guy looks like he just got cornered at a convention and doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh, we're definitely gonna need to edit this guy's face in. Holy shit.
yeah.
His
That's
Alan
Alan
Alcorn.
Alcorn. Yeah.
This guy was not. There's no way you get through school with a name like that without being bullied.
He's probably called Big Al the Acorn or some shit.
That's that's a crazy picture.
Yeah.
That's the only picture on his wiki.
That's the face
That's
of
not
a
true.
revolutionary individual, though.
That's true. You know, he did make a good game. Pong pretty good. I like the way that the ball moves.
It moves, goes left to right and right to left, and sometimes it goes up and down.
But you wouldn't know anything about the deep strategies of Pong. So I think we've got to move on to another game like Pac-Man, the ultimate classic.
Pac-Man, you can go left to right. You can also go left to right. You can
See,
also
what I
go
love
left to
about
right.
Pac-Man is that Pac-Man is actually every video game.
Pac-Man's your
Because
mom.
they made Pac-Man, they made Miss Pac-Man, they made Pac-Man for kids.
Did you ever play the Game Boy Advance Pac-Man where it had levels? And once you got to the end, there was a fucking boss fight.
There was a boss fight?
There was
I
like a
did not.
Pac-Man boss stage. They had a Lego stage. It was really cool. Let me see if I can find it.
I have messed a lot with like OG Pac-Man because there's just like it was like a Python thing where someone had like made a Python version and I just like futzed with sprites and stuff. Maybe it wasn't Python. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Was it Pac-Man World? It can't have been. That doesn't seem right.
Pac-Man
Maybe it was Pac-Man Collection. I
World.
don't think
Pac-Man
so.
Collection? Okay, they're doing crazy stuff. This is like
Hang on.
Tetris levels of names.
Well, I mean, it was like in the same way that Tetris had different levels. Like in the
Tetris
Game Boy,
doesn't really-
the Game Boy game that I had.
Oh, I actually have seen someone play Pac-Man World, but there's no way that this is the one that you mean because it's like 3D and a platforming game.
Oh yeah, no, that's different. The one that I played was a standard Pac-Man game, but it had levels to it.
You know, people talk a lot about the like AI of Pac-Man.
I don't
With,
know
like,
anything.
the ghost.
Yeah, I have Pac-Man.
I remember I've watched some videos on it. So like one of them like goes like 3 tiles ahead of where you're going, and one of them does like goes right for you, and then one of them like avoids you somewhat. But it's like super interesting.
What are the names of the fucking ghosts again? Inky, Blinky, Bashful, Doc, Sneezy, Shardy.
I think you hit the first two right, but I think you kind of lost it after that.
Let's see.
It's got to be Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and
Clyde.
Clyde. Yep,
Clyde.
that's absolutely right.
Which is the same naming scheme they had for the Seven Dwarfs, let's be honest.
Is it? What are the names
Basically,
of the
is Doc, Sneezy, Blinky.
Yeah.
Pinky.
I feel like you're not right
Papa
anymore.
Smurf.
I feel like this is not quite right.
They had Mo from The Simpsons.
They had that one though. On the other hand, that one is correct.
Mo from The Simpsons was one of the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's one more. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Doug.
I feel like I can't fact check you on this right now, but I feel like that was not 7.
No.
I feel like you said one more despite that not being the 7th.
I counted on my hands, but I did get a little bit lost.
Well, I'll have to call you out on that later.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you're gonna be the one editing this episode, so.
Damn. There's so many good Pac-Man games though. And like even though they're all the same game, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever play that Google Doodle that was like Pac-Man but on like Google Street, like the Google Maps thing?
Hang on, let me look this up.
It was awesome.
Was
You
that
could
like
just,
a thing for the movie Pixels or something?
No, it was like an April Fool's.
Did you see Pixels? That
I've not seen Pixels.
Oh my god, it had Peter Dinklage in it.
It had Peter Dinklage in it.
It had
Peter Dinklage is a name that describes like I can picture the like what I think of when I think of Peter Dinklage, but I can't picture Peter Dinklage.
let's see. Pixels is a game or no, it's a movie.
I want to see the Pixels.
It's an Adam
video
Sandler
game.
movie.
I do know that it's got Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, Kevin
It's
James,
got,
Peter
Yeah,
Dinklage.
yeah.
Sean Bean is in it.
You know if you're. It's got Sean Bean.
Apparently.
You know
he
what
doesn't
Sean
die,
Bean
it's
was
not
in?
canon though.
Sean Bean was in the movie Ronin.
Well, we're talking about Pixels right now though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's got like it's a game where aliens come to Earth and take the
It's a
form
game
of.
again.
It's a
You know
movie.
something I don't.
It's a movie where aliens take the form of arcade game sprites.
Huh.
One
Why?
of the
Is
most.
there like a reason for that, or they're just like they?
Hang
do?
on, here's the plot. The video
Okay.
game arcade 1982 with his friend Will Cooper. 13-year-old Sam Branner discovers he can master the games by spotting patterns.
By spotting patterns.
Basically, this dude gets salty because he loses at a video game tournament, and he becomes a washed up cable man or something.
Huh.
Finds out that the kid cheated at the game, I think. And
That's-
the aliens come to Earth and are like, yeah, if you don't beat us at arcade games, we're gonna kill you all, and it's gonna be funny.
Really? That's
Yeah.
actually the plot.
Basically, I mean, I'm summarizing it a little bit, but
I should watch this. It sounds awful, but if
it's
you got,
terrible,
like,
and I'll totally watch it with you.
you got Paul Blart in there.
Is he? Oh yeah, Kevin James. Yeah.
You got
I mean,
Peter
they do Pac-Man, which they get in about. I think it was a marketing ad thing with either Mini Coopers or Volkswagen.
what?
Yeah,
No way was it Volkswagen. It's got to
it
be
was either
Coopers.
Mini Cooper or Beatles.
I don't.
Let's
They
see.
like drove cars.
You
for
know, it is
Pac-Man?
minis. It's minis. Well, they had to be the ghosts. So they've
So
got
they
a
were
blue,
playing
red,
Pac-Man, but
orange,
with
and
cars.
right, but as the ghosts.
Wait, but
They're
had
running around
this,
trying to
like,
kill the alien, which is just a giant Pac-Man.
Wait, but they had this like this. They like got a gamer to do this because it's like, oh, you're so
Four
good at
gamers.
Pac-Man.
Four gamers.
You got 4 gamers. 'cause
Four
you're so good
four
at Pac-Man.
people who in their like when they were children played arcade games. And
Wait, why are we doing that when we should just have someone who knows how to drive a car?
well, because they got the military out, but they got eaten by Pac-Man.
No, but like you could just get someone who can
Right,
drive a
but they
car.
don't know the games, and this is a games tournament. It'd be too convenient.
It seems like you would lose. I feel like you
Also,
just couldn't
you're
be good enough
forgetting
to win.
Peter Dinklage driving a Mini Cooper.
Yeah. What am I forgetting about that?
Like, that happens.
I see. Well, now I know, I guess.
I mean, that's just what it is.
I don't think that Pac-Man needed a tie-in.
Other ones they did, the Centipede, is that one? That's an arcade
Yeah.
game, right?
You mean Snake, maybe?
No, not Snake, Centipede.
Centipede. How is that different from Snake?
Snake, you're playing as the snake. You're going in circles trying not to die.
Yeah. And in Centipede, what?
Centipede.
No, it's a shooter. You mean that?
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently you control... The thing you control is called a bug blaster.
I need to get one of those for my computer.
Yeah? Have you
Yeah.
been downloading illicit substances?
If by illicit substances you mean pirating pixels 15 times, then yes.
You pirated it 15 times?
No, I haven't even downloaded it once. I'll be honest.
Well, you could pirate it without downloading it.
Oh, here it is.
Not really, I guess.
Yeah, the first thing happens is Galaga.
Galaga? It's classic.
Yeah.
Fun name to say.
Then Arkanoid.
Arkanoid.
Yeah.
That means
then
nothing to me,
Centipede.
but I do know it.
Arkanoid
Wait, which
is.
one's Arkanoid?
It's
Oh, is that Brick
Breakout.
Breaker?
It's Breakout.
It's Brick Breaker.
Breakout.
So they play Brick Breaker, and then what?
Breakout.
After they play Brick Breaker, what do they play?
That's it.
That's it.
And then the aliens turn into Donkey Kong.
Damn.
And then Adam Sandler finds out that Peter Dinklage cheated at Donkey Kong when he was little and he's not actually good. And then Adam Sandler gets like a massive... Hang on, I just saw the last line of plot description.
Wait, is that supposed to be related to the, like, whatever the guy who cheated at Donkey Kong was?
What?
Have you heard of that thing about that, like...
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
guy-
it's totally a reference to that. Billy Mitchell
Right.
or whatever.
Billy Mitchell kind of has some Peter Dinklage-looking qualities.
But, Adam Sandler gets a power-up because... Or not like a literal power-up, but a confidence boost. And then beats the aliens. And then the last line of this, I'm going to read it word for word here.
Yeah, go.
The team is hailed as heroes, and a peace agreement is reached with the aliens. Eddie apologizes to Bretter for cheating. Eddie is Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Ludlow, who I forget that is saddened that Lisa is gone, but then Hubert transforms into the likeness of Lady Lisa. Brenner and Violet become a couple, while Eddie sneaks off to have a threesome with Serena Williams, Martha Stewart, in the Lincoln bedroom. One of his previously rejected demands for helping. A year later, Lady Lisa and Ludlow have baby Hubert. That is a terrible mouthful, Lady Lisa and Ludlow.
They fucked Hubert?
They fucked a version of Hubert in the form of Lady Lisa.
Okay, admittedly.
Which is, I guess, his ex-wife.
If you're gonna fuck any of the like arcade characters,
Hubert has DSLs for sure.
well, like Hubert, like literally has like the asterisk. You know that Hubert like why did they do that if Hubert is not like a swear?
Is the asterisk supposed to be a beehole? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that it's like it's like in the same way you would like censor a swear.
Okay.
So like Hubert is like already like mature rated, you know.
I guess. I mean, if you want to call Hubert an R-rated thing.
Well, it at least like is like I don't know. Why did they put the asterisk there? Answer me that.
I can't tell you that, my friend. I cannot.
I feel like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know if I've ever played a Hubert game, but I've seen a bunch of them.
I played the mobile one.
There was a mobile one.
Yeah.
How
It's
many
called
Hubert
Hubert.
games were there?
I don't know.
This is a huge mistake. There's a lot.
Oh, hey, do we need to introduce ourselves to the podcast?
We'll do that in a previous episode.
Okay, we'll do that. Wait, but we need to do it like, what if somebody doesn't listen to a previous episode?
Hey everyone who's listened to 20 minutes. By the way, We're your hosts. You go ahead first. You go first.
I'm Grace. My pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Malachi. My pronouns are they, them.
This is how you do it. You wait 15 minutes after you've
Right, now we have
started.
only the committed listeners.
Look, I'm gonna be
Thank you for
honest.
listening
The
this far.
only podcast I actually listen to usually,
Uh-huh.
the hosts don't introduce themselves. One time they didn't introduce themselves at all.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing. They waited until after, and then it's late in night, by the way. The one with Leighton Gray and Brian Wack. One
I don't know.
episode they didn't introduce themselves at all. So in at the end of the show, Brian had to edit a thing in that said, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're your hosts."
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So yeah, we'll have to remember that when we record the previous episodes or next ones. Who knows what order these first ones are going up in?
Yeah. Well, thank you all for listening so far. And let's go back to talking about the fact that Hubert fucks.
Look,
There's no way that he doesn't.
I'm getting conversational whiplash here. We know Hubert fucks, but fucking come on.
They have some horrifying art for some of these games. Why is this game called Hubert's Cubes? I understand that sounds like cubes, but it's like equally close to pubes, you know?
Pubert.
It just
Wait, hang on. No, that's the name of the baby from Adam's Family.
what is?
Pubert.
Really?
Hang on. There's 2 D's in Adams. Yeah, Pubert Adams from Adam's Family.
Huh. That's a bad name.
Look, it's not a bad name when you're in the Adams Family. You could be named after a day of a week.
I'll no day of the week name is worse than Pubert.
I mean, wait, hang on. Scroll down to the gallery. It says normal, sick, and very sick. The very sick Pubert looks like a normal child
Yeah?
with teeth. Versus the
Wait, it's just a zoomed in version of the sick one.
Yeah, but with teeth this time.
The teeth disease.
Teeth disease. I love teeth disease. It gives you extra teeth.
That. It's a fucked up disease. It's slowly turning you into a shark.
Yeah, I hate when John Williams comes to my house, plays a French horn, and then I turn into a shark.
That meant so little to me that I'm.
The Jaws theme.
Oh, I understand.
John Williams wrote that, right?
I mean, I'd believe it. He wrote all good movie music for some time.
This isn't about movies. This is about balls.
True. You know what? We were talking about Qbert, and Qbert's a fun name to say, but it really does not top the list for arcade games with fun names to say, as Dig Dug. Holy shit!
Was Dig Dug an arcade game?
Yes, Dig Dug was an arcade game. Holy shit! I love Dig Dug. Oh my god, I love Dig Dug. I actually don't really like playing Dig Dug because Dig Dug is not that fun to play.
What are you talking about? You don't like inflating the little guys until they fucking explode?
That's not the main thing that happens in Dig Dug.
Yes, it is. The aim of the game is to exterminate the boys by inflating them until they explode.
Mostly you're dropping rocks on them.
You're playing the game very differently from how I play the game.
You were inflating them? Maybe I didn't figure out the inflation button, but I was just dropping rocks on people.
You press the only other button in the game that isn't the movement button, which is either a joystick or a button. Out? Yeah, and then you mash the button and then they expand and explode.
Huh.
It's not a hook shot, it's a bicycle pump.
That explains to me why I wasn't having that much fun with Dig Dug. Because I was just having to kill them all with the same rock.
Yeah, no, you're just a bit silly. Hang on, let me see if I can pull up an online one real quick and show you.
No, I get it. I've played some Dig Dug. I understand how it could work.
Sure, but
At the very least, though, Dig Dug is the perfect game. It has everything you want in a video game. It's got fun to say. It's really loud when you stream it to me.
It is really loud.
It's got ideal creature designs. It's got the ideal main character.
I don't know how to this emulator. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, here it is. See?
Whoa, holy shit, you do inflate them. Okay, never mind. Dig Dug is fucked up because that's an evil way to kill someone. Oh
I don't know.
God!
If I had to die,
It's
if I had
so
to die,
gory.
this is how I'd go. It really is
It's like
kind of messed up.
horrifyingly gory. They get like a burst in their chest as you explode them. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Welcome to Dig Dug.
I
Life is a nightmare.
there's like something like considerate about just dropping a rock on someone.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have a bicycle pump shoved up me than a rock dropped on me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd much prefer the rock.
Ugh, you're weird.
I don't want to be inflated. I don't want to be turned into like.
Weak.
It'd be
You're weak.
horrifying.
It'd be
It'd be
amazing.
so scary.
It'd be
It'd
so
be
fun.
amazing. You want to have that happen to you?
I'd rather that than a rock. You
least
seriously
it's
think
over.
being crushed by Patrick Starr's home is better than getting a bicycle pump shoved up you?
Yes, very much so. I do.
It's like getting a final attack in. When you explode, your fucking internals are gonna go all over Dig Dug's stupid face. You know?
So you like it because of the revenge. That's
It's
not true though.
Definitely.
Imagine if
pretty
you didn't get the revenge aspect. Would you still like it over the rock?
cool. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So it's not really about the revenge. I don't think.
I mean, it's about getting to look into your attacker's eyes as they kill you and the horror in their faces. They realize what they're doing. I'm sorry, you know? The whole thing.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all. That's horrifying.
Yeah, that's the point. It's horrifying, and they should feel bad for
But
killing
it'd be horrifying for me more than I couldn't scare someone like that. I'd be too scared of like the hole that's about to burst into my chest because I'm like being filled with air.
Yeah.
It'd be so uncomfortable. At least with a rock, worst case scenario, you don't die instantly. But like at least you're like all like just like battered, right?
What if you don't die at all?
Well, then that's definitely better.
No, it's not. You've been crushed by a rock. You're flat now. Not like Flat Stanley flat, just destroyed flat. You don't
Yeah.
have legs or arms.
Well, you are alive, which is better than not being alive.
I'd rather be exploded and dead than completely dysfunctional. I don't know if I don't know if I could handle not being able to do anything because I got flattened by a rock.
Well, you can think about things. You can talk to people.
Sure,
I'd be
sure.
happy to hang out like that.
I don't know if I would.
Compared to being exploded by bicycle pump. Let's reiterate that the other option here is exploded by bicycle pump.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You know what? I guess we'll agree to disagree in the
Sure.
You may have the least sane thought about this, but we'll agree to disagree.
I don't see things the same way as you do.
You're right.
That just makes
Clearly.
you fun.
I don't think that's right. I think that you were right until you ended with that.
Sure, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Moving on from bicycle pump death.
Moving on from bicycle pump death.
Ugh. So,
Now-
smoothest segue you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow Legends?
Raid Shadow Legends.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
Thank you
spawn- no, pinball. Let's do pinball.
Let's do pinball.
Let's do pinball.
Do you have a favorite pinball cabinet?
I don't know. I mean, I've
No.
only-
The answer here is no.
My favorite pinball cabinet is the one from Windows XP. Fucking Space Pinball or whatever.
That sounds good.
It was.
I'm
pretty-
always interested by pinball cabinets. And the way, like, when you make a pinball cabinet video game, that's so interesting to me. Because, like, a pinball cabinet, like, a lot of the time when you make, like, a video game of these, you, like, take all of the mechanics from, like, a physical pinball cabinet. Which is weird. It's like, why are we not just, like, doing weird shit instead
Well, I
of,
mean,
like, following the
we've
other
done
stuff?
weird shit with it. I mean, you got
What
fucking
weird
Monkey
shit
Ball.
do-
Monkey Ball is
Like,
just
no,
like
no,
pinball.
no, no. That's not pinball.
Whatever.
No one would call
What?
that a
Okay, do
pinball
you want
type
to
game.
talk about the pinball level in Sonic Adventure or Sonic Heroes or whatever?
What's the Sonic Heroes pinball level?
Torture.
Yeah.
I've never played it myself, but I watched it and it was horrible. It's barely navigable.
Well, is it one of the like bonus stages?
No. No, you have to do it.
Hmm.
It's not fun.
I'm
Yeah, you
looking
don't-
into it. Wait, is this? You're like pinball, but you're Vector from Sonic.
It's pinball, but you're Sonic from Sonic.
I'm seeing one where you're playing as the.
I mean, in Sonic Heroes, there's like 4 campaigns, so
I'm seeing them play through it as Charmy, SPO, and Vector, which are the best. Oh my god! If you
right.
want to talk
But
about
Big
Sonic,
the Cat's in that game.
Big the Cat's in that game, one of my favorites as well. Not as good as Vector.
You literally named yourself after Big the Cat.
Yeah, that's not. That doesn't mean that I like Big the Cat more than all other Sonic characters.
You're messed up.
I'm normal. I'm normal, and I see Vector, and I think, oh, that could be my
Fucking-
dad.
What are you, some kind of scaly?
No.
You saying it's a bad thing?
Oh my god, you're gonna twist my words any
I am.
possible
I
way.
am. I'm manipulative now.
See,
I've entered my evil stage.
The benefit with having those characters is that all of them are fun. You know, you got Vector, who, especially in the comics, is just like funny, like 20-year-old who's also like a responsible parent. You've got Charmy, who is the child to that dynamic. And you got SPO, who's like just a fun, edgy teenager.
That sounds like a fucking Hot Topic nightmare.
No, they're the best characters.
Whatever. I don't even know Sonic very well.
I know enough to know that they're the best set of characters. Well, okay, that's maybe not true. There's also tons of other good characters, but they're easily my favorite set of characters. What other set of characters has a MILF hunter in their ranks? What other set of characters?
I don't know.
That's really all I was trying to say. Fun fact, Vector has seemed romantically interested in Cream's mom.
I have
But he's
no
like-
idea what you're talking about. You've completely lost me.
You should look into the Sonic comics sometime. They're pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
I
not
don't
all of them.
care enough.
Oh, you could. You could. You'd see the relationship dynamics and you would understand. You see, a friend of mine has told me all about these things.
Oh.
And you could read the comics where there's zombies. You could read the comics where there's other things. Just a suggestion.
What kind?
Anyway, pinball.
Did you know that pinball was invented in 1776 by Lord Pinballington?
That's I did not know that.
That's because
New
it's
and
not true.
Fact. Oh, damn! I really have egg on my face.
You should get a that's not good. You should probably
What's really interesting about pinball is how like there's only so many pinball mechanics, right?
Well, a lot of early pinball is basically just skee ball.
What?
But like, yeah, have you not seen early pinball games? Most of them are just like skee ball or like mixed with pachinko.
You mean like you don't have any control over it after it's in there?
Like you pull a spring and then it goes up a curved wall and drops.
Yeah.
And then it's
But you-
like you can tilt it, sure, but after that, it's just going.
Well, that's not really skee ball, I don't think.
It's like skee ball.
You're not aiming anything.
Sure, but you're like aiming by how hard you pull the spring back, you know? It's like it'll go up the wall and then drop
guess.
off. Hang on. I just saw the Addams Family on this Wikipedia article, which has given me some weird vibes because we were just talking about the Addams Family.
Yeah.
But it drops off the ceiling whenever it, goes up and you control how hard you hit it.
I see what you mean in the sense that like it is like a surface that is slanted and you roll in a ball down it
Up it.
and yeah, whatever.
Shut up. You're mean to me.
Shut up.
Yeah, you're being mean to me.
Well, up and down, like down it, even if the thing is slanting upwards in the direction the ball is going, to say it's going down it does make sense in the sense that it's going away from you, which is a way that the word is used sometimes.
I think you're wrong.
I think I'm absolutely correct. It was a totally reasonable use. If it wasn't a reasonable use, I wouldn't have said it.
Right, but you're also an unreasonable individual.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that if it was something that didn't make sense, I wouldn't have said it. Like it at least makes sense to me, which is to say it's probably not totally unreasonable because of that.
Whatever. I don't even know what you just said. I'm gonna be honest. It was very confusing to me.
Let me lay it out in terms of a mathematical proof.
Nope.
Let me not do that.
Nope.
Actually.
I will leave. I will go away.
You will?
We're
doing a show about balls. You better look out for when I start telling you about x squared plus y squared equals 1.
What?
It's just the equation of a circle.
X squared plus y squared equals 1?
Yeah.
What?
So all the values that correspond to that are the outside of a circle. Because like a circle is just an area where all of the points are equally as close to one point, right?
Is a circle filled in, or is a circle just the outline?
This one's just the outline.
Right,
if you wanted it
like,
filled in, it'd be x squared plus y squared is less than 1.
Right, but I'm talking about, like, the definition of circle. Is that a filled-in ring, or is it just the ring?
That's a good question. I think it's unclear.
No, I'm pretty sure I've heard it talked about on, like, a Matt Parker video or something. I just can't remember.
You could be right. I don't know about the mathematical definition of a circle. I do know that people will use it for either.
Okay.
I mean, like, the shape has got to be filled in, right? Because shapes, like polygons and stuff, are filled in. We're really off from pinball now.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here.
I'm trying to figure out your mathematical question. A circle is a shape consisting of all points in a plane that are at a given distance from a given point. Which is what I said. Which, in this definition, it's just about the outside. You could maybe define the shape as having, like, containing the inside, but those aren't, like, points on the circle, you know?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the spring launcher apparently invented for pinball reasons was like from the late 18th century under the reign of King Louis the 14th.
Really? They were like coming up with pinball stuff back then?
I mean, kind of. I mean, they made Skittles, like billiards.
Skittles billiards.
Yeah. Skittle. You know what Skittles are?
I do know Skittles the candy.
No, they're like little tiny bowling pins, but for, they're tiny.
They're little bowling pins. I see.
Yeah, and then
you place them like
on a table, a long narrow table.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd shoot balls at them that would knock them down, and that's Skittles.
Interesting.
And then you get points. So that's like,
Huh. This game looks very strange.
I don't know what that has anything to do with the spring launcher, but that's what the first thing is under it. So, and then spring launchers became mainstream in 1869. Nice.
Wait, what does that mean? What, like, mainstream appeal did they have?
Well, they were just added to, like, what's it called? Bagatelle boards.
Bagatelle.
Which is like basically pachinko crossed with pinball,
Huh.
where you're trying to, I don't know, score points.
I'm learning all sorts of new things.
Yeah, and then back to this.
Do you mean maybe bagatelle rather than Chelly?
I never said Chelly. I said Telly.
I heard Chelly, and for that I was mistaken, I guess.
Yeah, you're a fool. A real fool, my friend.
Oh, it's just like a whole bunch of pins. Oh, it does look like kind of a mix. It's got the launching mechanism of pinball, but then it's just pachinko from there.
Yeah, like I told you.
Yeah.
And then in 1931, they added coin operations so they could profit off of your pin games.
Right, that makes sense.
1933, they gave you electrification and active bumpers.
Oh, yeah, like the bumpers that knock you off of them.
Yeah, and then in 1947, they gave you flippers.
Hell yeah.
And then in the 70s, they give you electronics. You have like cool, fancy screens that light up and keep score.
Wait,
and
when was the
safe
year
and
they
fit.
give you flippers?
1947.
Good year for penguins. Or maybe bad year for penguins.
Like the hockey team or like the animal?
The animal.
What happened in 1947?
I thought you said 3 for the flippers.
1947 for the flippers.
Never
Oh,
mind.
you're talking about penguin flippers, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
I am
monster.
talking about penguin flippers.
Yeah, they didn't have them until 1947.
That's fucked up. How would they move without flippers? How would they...
Very slowly with their feet.
How effective could a penguin be without flippers?
They're like little torpedoes. They just go down a hill and then shoot across the water, skip like a stone until they get like slow enough, then they just engage torpedo mode where they start kicking their feet in circles real fast. They just go. And then that's how they used to destroy icebergs. You'd think
Yeah.
that they would use icebreaker ships, but no. The Franklin expedition failed because they ran out of penguins.
I thought that was a thing that you were talking. Is that like Learn to Fly? Are you trying to reference Learn to Fly with that?
Sort of, but I'm also making an original funny.
I see. Because it was far enough away that I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, that's just how you break ice. They still do it occasionally to this day, but because of animal rights protests and stuff, they had to stop doing it because sometimes the penguins would get headaches.
Damn.
Turns out being launched at high speeds out of a torpedo bay doesn't really do good for your health.
Wait, they go into the torpedo bay?
Well, I mean, after we invented torpedo bays, of course they did.
I missed that part of the story.
The Industrial Revolution. Revolution.
Revolution.
The zoo
how
is
does
where
that-
we get the penguins from.
That is true. That's why they call it the Industrial Revolution.
Revolution. Anyway. Yeah, that's when you get ping pong from pinball, not ping pong, different
Mhm.
sport with balls.
So you really need pachinko to get there.
Yeah.
You have a favorite pachinko board?
Hans Pachinko.
You have a real answer. Oh my god.
No, I was making a horse plinko joke.
Oh, Hans. I heard Hans.
No.
I understand now.
I don't follow Pachinko.
I don't either, but have you ever played Neopets Pachinko?
No, because I didn't play Neopets.
You didn't play Neopets?
I had one
Podcast is off.
Webkins,
This is
but
fucked up.
I had one Webkins, but I never got online because I was too busy doing nothing with my life as a
That's fair.
7-year-old.
My mom did most of my Webkin stuff.
I had a friend who did Webkins, and well, particularly their mom.
Yeah.
She was really cool. I used to go over to their house a lot after school.
Yeah.
I almost got hit by a truck once under her supervision.
I see.
Yeah, that was fun.
Is there anything more to the story, or is that it?
I mean, it was speeding through a school zone, so,
I see.
but that's about it.
You've never played Neopets? That's fucked
Nope.
up. Have you seen people play Neopets pachinko? It's
No.
terrible.
I've not.
There's maybe multiple pachinkos, but the one I'm thinking of specifically is the shady pachinko, where you do it and it's like 100 Neo points to play or whatever, and then you get like 5 Neo points back because it's like super rigged against you.
You gonna send a thing?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
I'm finding other stuff. Maybe they didn't call it pachinko. Maybe they called it
Probably
something
Plinko.
else. Oh, it probably is plinko.
You don't have
Point.
pachinko in the U.S. You get Plinko.
Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen a pachinko machine? The only thing
No.
we get, like, you'll have all kinds of Plinko stuff, which is just like a
I haven't
pegboard.
seen a plinko machine either.
Well, it's not a machine. It's just a pegboard that you drop
haven't seen
stuff
it.
down, and it's fun.
I haven't seen one of those either.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb.
Yeah.
That's just westernization for you, though.
I see. I can't find this Neopets thing. Maybe I'll edit it in.
That's
So
fine. Yeah,
The viewers can see what I mean.
if you find it.
Yeah, pachinko, pretty classic. You know what's more classic though? The Tron movie.
Tron.
We were talking about movies earlier, and I forgot to bring it up. Have you ever seen the Tron movie?
Which one?
I believe it is the one with the guy from the other movie.
He was in both of them. The Big Lebowski was in both Tron movies.
He was?
Yes, he's the main character.
I mean,
He's the whole reason either of those movies happens. Jeff Bridges.
yeah, that is his name. The first.
He's the whole reason either of those films happens.
You seem very.
Because he's in both of them. I've seen both of them. They're both the first one. They're movies.
Their movie.
Wendy Carlos did the score for the first one, and
Wait, is the
she's
first
very
one
cool.
from like 1982?
I think so.
Oh my
Around
god.
then.
Jeff Bridges in 1982. They're wearing like dumbass.
He
hockey
looked the
helmets.
same.
He does not look the same.
He looked the same, just slightly less bearded.
IMDb.
Wendy
shows
Carlos
only fucked
did
up
the score for the first Tron movie, though.
I mean Tron Legacy, the only Tron movie that matters.
That movie's worse than the first one, though.
I love that movie very
It's
much.
the only thing. I fell asleep during that movie when I
You
watched
fell
it
asleep
recently.
during it?
I fell asleep after the first third, and when I woke up, Mr. Peanut was dead.
Which one's Mr. Peanut?
From Planters?
From Planters? You're
You
saying
eat
words
peanuts
to
like candy.
me. I do eat peanuts like
Do you not have Planters up there?
Planter. You mean like you
The
actually
peanut
mean
brand.
Mr. Peanut?
Yes, Mr. Peanut.
Wait, why? I don't understand. Not in the movie. You mean
No,
that this
I mean,
happened.
like, he died in real life. Mr. Peanut fell off of a cliff and sacrificed himself so a couple football... It was the Super Bowl commercial.
I see.
He fell off... He sacrificed himself
Yes,
so a couple
we do have
football
Planters
players could
peanut.
live.
That's not the peanuts I get most of the time, but I understand now what was going on.
Yeah, when I woke up, he was dead. The world had changed significantly.
You told that story the most fucked up way imaginable.
Because
oh my God.
I told it in the way that's true. I fell asleep like a third of the way through the second Tron movie, woke up after the second third, found out Mr. Peanut was dead, and just didn't know what to do with the rest of my day. So I finished watching Tron.
Yeah.
Then I ate dinner or something. I don't know.
You
Mr.
didn't
Peanut
like
was
Tron?
dead. Nothing mattered anymore.
I had, the cultural impact from Mr. Peanut dying was nothing for me.
There was a baby Peanut because they were trying to capitalize off of Mandalorian.
I saw the baby Peanut. It felt like nothing to me. I hadn't thought about Planters, and then I saw Planters, and then I didn't think about Planters again. And that's how it's been until you told me this.
It was an experience. I didn't even know it was the Super Bowl when that happened. That's been like 2 years now, I think.
Must have been.
Holy hell.
It actually must have been more like 1 year, because the Super Bowl was recent.
Right, but I thought it was 2 Super Bowls ago.
Oh, well then it would be like 2 years ago.
I can't remember, though.
This must be Googleable. When
When did Mr. Peanut die?
did baby Mr. Peanut live? On February 2nd, 2020.
So it's
You're right, it
been
was
2
2 years ago.
years.
Why did I just read the word nutmobile?
because they were driving a nutmobile and then it crashed off a cliff and Mr. Peanut had to sacrifice himself so the other
It's
two
called
dudes,
the Nutmobile?
they were driving a giant peanut car. And they fell off a cliff and were holding on to a rope. Like, or not a rope, it was a tree branch that was in a cliffside. And it was starting to crack under their weight. So Mr. Peanut sacrificed himself, dropped into a goddamn cavern,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
canyon.
I saw the ad.
Yeah. And then there's just a CNN article. Mr. Peanut is dead for some reason.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's because it's silly. I don't know.
I mean, I like it in the sense that it is silly, but also, like, I've never cared about the Mr. Peanut once in my life. In fact, I
that's
was
why they did it.
significantly more likely to kill Mr. Peanut than to...
Oh my god, hang on. I want you to read some of these tweets
I'm ready. I'm juiced up.
from this website that happened at the time.
You've sent me an article with a horrifying image of
Oh
people
yeah,
flying
that's
out
that's
in
that's
an
the incident.
explosion.
That's the incident.
I did not remember this.
Yeah, they're jumping out of the fucking van.
Oh my god. It's a whole bunch of brands being like, rip peanuts.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Peanut. Oh
hang
my
on,
fucking
hang
God.
on. Scroll to the bottom one. Jesse McLaren, the guy from the Vine that "What's up? My name's Jared, and I never learned how to read."
Yeah.
Mr. Peanut had died of autoerotic asphyxiation. He lived by the nut. He died by the nut.
Okay, I'm gonna have you scroll up actually to find a much more heinous tweet, which is Dr.
The Dr. Pepper
tweeting
one,
out,
yeah. I
Goodbye,
saw
Mr.
it.
Peanut. Very few understand how delicious our relationship has been. With a picture of Dr. Pepper being poured into a glass, and
Yeah.
peanuts also being poured into the glass.
Yeah, that made me feel bad, physically bad.
I
Because
mean,
like,
do you think
there's
it's
a
good?
hazy liquid at the top where like the salt off the nuts came out. Plus, it's just Dr. Pepper, which is already bad.
Dr. Pepper's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I think in terms of things mixing with other things, Dr. Pepper can't mix that well with other
No.
things.
No, because
But-
it's bad. Dr. Pepper's terrible.
Dr. Pepper isn't terrible. You're really slandering the good name of Dr. Pepper. Maybe not good name, the fine name. I have no opinions on Dr. Pepper, except that it's fine.
Wait, when did Guardians 2 come out? Guardians of the Galaxy.
You're bouncing around here. I've got no idea. 2019 is my guess.
What if they were doing a Baby Groot thing?
Well,
Because the Baby Nut came out
mhm.
in February of 2022 or 2020. February 2nd, 2020.
Well, that's also Googleable. Guardians of the Galaxy. It came out in 2017.
Oh,
Way
never
earlier
mind.
than I thought it was.
Yeah,
Well, it still could be like related to that.
I suppose.
I should try this. I should try peanuts with Dr. Pepper.
I don't think you should.
Well, like, how bad can it be?
Very.
Well, worst case scenario, I ruin one can of Dr. Pepper.
It's already ruined. Buy it and pour it down the drain. It's bad.
It's not that bad. I like Dr. Pepper.
I would give that to people I hate because I hate them.
Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, like, Dr. Pepper is Dr. Pepper, you know? It tastes fine.
It tastes bad.
I would
So
love to
bad.
be given Dr. Pepper.
You're
You
fucked
could
up.
give me Dr. Pepper as like a like rude gesture, and I'd just be totally oblivious. I'd just love to have some Dr. Pepper.
Can't. That's horrible.
Yeah. To subject me to that?
No, the fact that you just like it.
Well, I don't know. It's no worse than like the a million like Mountain Dew flavors they come out with that apparently people buy.
Ugh.
Oh, speaking of Mountain Dew flavors, did you hear about the canceled Mountain Dew flavor for the Batman movie?
Oh my god.
I'm really
What?
broken up about it. They were gonna release the Mountain Dew flavor Riddler's Brew.
Riddler's.
and then they canceled it. I'm never gonna get to have Riddler's Brew. Do you understand how?
Why didn't they call it
heartbreaking that is?
Riddler's Dew?
You just made an outstandingly good point. You're right. Someone had to have heard that and realized, like, we should be calling this Riddler's Dew. And
That's why
they
they
just said,
canceled it.
yeah, let's not do that.
That's why they canceled it, because they couldn't call it Riddler's Dew.
Well, I heard that actually they canceled it because the movie was like delayed. But you're right. It's just not a good name. But also Riddler's Brew is so fucking funny. I don't know why I find that name so funny, but I find that name uproariously funny. Have you seen pictures of it? It's like jet black.
That sounds horrible. It should be green.
I see what you mean in this, but like fucking like navy blue. It's so funny.
You'll have to send me a picture.
I'm sending you a picture right now. Look at this. Look at that.
Whoa.
Is that not the color of a drink you want to try?
No.
You wouldn't want to try it?
No.
I would be so amped to
It
get to
looks
try
like
some
a
Riddler's
used
Brew.
latex suit.
If anyone's out there and has access to Riddler's Brew, I would pay handsomely. I'm not. I would pay as handsomely as my bank account can afford. I would want to drink this so bad.
Riddler's
You don't understand the length they'll go to for like shitty Mountain Dews. Like I'm not one of those people who drinks them regularly. But have you ever heard me talk about either? The Mountain Dew flavor, red, white, and dew, or maybe it's Dew SA.
Isn't that one just a mixture of a bunch of different flavors?
Yeah. You may have. Did I tell you this or did someone else?
No, I heard it. I think it was Bim Bam.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I had that because I heard it was like limited time in a time when I was in the States, and it was terrible, and it was really funny. They released it at the same time as an infinitely worse flavor. The Mighty Melon or whatever. Have you had that one?
No, I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Damn.
The only time I do is when I go to Taco Bell and I can get a Baja Blast.
What do you think about Baja Blast as a flavor?
It's good.
Oh, it's Major Melon.
Major
I think
Melon.
Baja Blast.
Is that the name of
Maybe
R.
not.
Lee Ermey's character in Full Metal Jacket? Major Melon.
Yeah. The thing about Major Melon is that it's a terrible flavor, and they made it a permanent flavor because I guess it's
Melon
sold.
flavored stuff is just bad though. Have you ever had? I had a melon flavored cupcake once and nearly spewed.
That sounds okay. I think that I don't know that I necessarily agree that all melon flavors are going to be bad, but melon flavored cupcake does sound like it was not promising.
No. Yeah.
How would you even do that? Oh my god! Like I can picture like a lemon flavored cupcake, or like even something like even a different fruit that's a little bit weirder.
I don't fucking know.
Melon. Holy fuck. That's messed up.
Fucking yeah, melon flavor is bad though. It's just don't do it. Don't
In
make
general?
things melon flavored.
You know what flavor everyone hates, but they're wrong about?
Probably banana.
You were exactly right. I was going right to banana. I love banana flavor.
I never had banana flavored anything.
Anything? Did you ever have those banana Laffy Taffies?
I don't do that.
I'm a huge... Maybe I just eat a ton of sweets, which is true. But I love banana Laffy Taffies. There's something about like the texture. I'll have to find some way for you to have a banana Laffy Taffy sometime. Because you'll agree with me.
I don't want to. The idea
Oh, no,
makes me
you'll
feel
like it.
bad.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been able to mess with like most of those like style of candy.
Just like the kind of chewy, like
Mhm.
fruity ones.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Never mind then, I guess. It's
Yeah.
super good though.
I believe you. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was like a banana Dum Dums lolly that I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had one though.
Yeah, I get that. I
Pretty,
haven't had.
pretty tame candy-wise nowadays.
Yeah, what do you have mostly?
Uh, Usually Almond Joy.
Almond Joy. I
Yeah.
have either had an almond joy a few times or not at all. That doesn't sound good to me. Why would you
It's
put nuts in my candy?
it's an almond with coconut and chocolate. It's perfect.
Like I like almonds, and that's a lot of coconut. Oh my god.
It's a
I've
lot of
definitely seen
coconut. It's
almond.
amazing.
It's
I fucking
amazing.
love coconut.
Do you like coconut water?
Yeah.
Even though it tastes like piss?
Doesn't.
Kind of tastes like piss.
It doesn't though. It's super good.
It's so bad.
It's the
I-
best part because
I
it's
like
the easiest.
coconut, but
The worst part
coconut
of coconut water is when you pierce the coconut and sometimes it gets some of the husk in, and then it's in the drink and you accidentally drink it.
oh, I mean like the like juice boxes of like coconut.
Oh, you're talking about like processed and made coconut water.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were
not,
talking about like
fresh
straight
from the-
coconut liquid.
No, I haven't had any of that in a long
And I
time.
haven't had any coconut water. I thought you were just talking about breaking
I
open
see.
a coconut.
Okay, I take back all of them. I'm sorry for the hostility that I brought against you. That was really uncalled for.
It's fine. Just you're gonna have to pay for my therapy.
Fuck.
I expect workers' comp.
Damn. Wait, there's the same as Mounds? Or similar to Mounds?
Well, yeah, Mounds is I'm pretty sure just the dark chocolate version.
They're a whole different name, though.
Yeah.
Why would you call it... Does it still have almonds?
Yeah, I think
Why?
so.
Really? Why would you call it something completely different?
Because it's different.
But
Oh wait, no,
are
Mounds
completely
does
different-
not have chocolate or does not have almonds. It's dark
Oh.
chocolate. It's just dark chocolate coconut.
Okay, never mind. That's fine. That's fucked up. I wanted something to be mad about, and then it's just a totally normal.
I mean, you
version
could
of
be
a
mad
different
about
name.
dark chocolate.
No, I'm fine with dark chocolate. I used to like dark chocolate more, but now, I'm regressing. I just want you to give me the Kinder Egg chocolate. That'd be the ideal state.
No, I'm not like the biggest fan of straight chocolate.
Yeah? I'm also not the biggest fan of straight chocolate. Like, to the extent that I don't really like chocolate cake or brownies.
Now I can fuck with chocolate cake or brownies.
Well,
If
I
you
can
got
eat,
like,
like-
especially if you got like, not straight chocolate cake, you gotta have
Yeah.
like a peanut butter mousse or something.
Oh, well, okay, if you're putting peanut in there, that's a whole different situation. That's just not fair.
It's not peanut; it's a peanut butter mousse, like on top of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're putting peanut butter there, it's just like, it completely changes it.
But like, as far as chocolate cakes go, have you ever had a Pepperidge Farms chocolate cake?
I do not know that I have. Let me remind
super
myself what
good.
the fuck that means.
Pepperidge Farms is just like they make things. It's a brand.
Well, I figured, but I don't recognize the brand other than the name. I do not think I've had one of these. At least not that I knew of. Like, I've had chocolate cakes before, and I don't, like, ask, like, what type of cake did you make?
It's fine. The ones we usually get are like the just the chocolate fudge cake.
Yeah, that would
My
be
favorite,
definitely
my
too much
favorite
for me.
of their cakes though is the the rich golden layer cake.
Well, that sounds good. I like a nice yellow cake, and golden has gotta mean the same thing.
It is yellow cake, yes.
I love yellow cake. Light. Oh, does theirs have chocolate icing?
Yes.
Well, I'd
It's
prefer...
also like layered throughout.
I like layered. I'd prefer, like, not chocolate icing, though.
It's really good though. It's
I
not too
believe you.
rich.
Well, I have a very low tolerance for richness. I mean, like I said, brownies. Like, most people really like brownies. And I'll have, like, one brownie.
I wouldn't call brownies rich though usually.
Brownies are rich. I consider
Uh-huh.
brownies rich. There's something about the way I eat it, and then it's like, it like, fills your mouth with chocolate flavor. It's, like, good, but, I don't know, you need something to wash that down.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, but this is a fucked up way to end an episode. Thanks everyone for coming to our episode about arcade games that devolved into us talking about
Various
types of cake.
food and drink.
But you know, this is this was an excellent. I hope you all learned something about chocolate cake and Dig Dug. I know I learned something about Dig Dug. Now I know that it's a game
You've
about
been
inflation.
playing it fully wrong, yeah.
I now understand that it's actually an inflation game and not a Crushma game. And that really opens my eyes to the possibilities.
It's like one of the core mechanics. That's literally the only button other
You
than
don't need.
move.
Okay, listen. You don't need to go back to me on this. I didn't pay that much attention when I played it. I just dug through things because I mean that's the game. That's the fun part. Are you telling me that you expect like in Dig Dug the first thing you expected was like he'd have a gun?
Dig Dug, welcome to USA.
Well, that's basically what it is. He's got his like inflation thing. That's a gun.
It's not a gun, it's a
It works like a gun. It works like a projectile weapon.
Whatever.
Completely absurd that you would give Dig Dug a gun. But, you know what? Actually, I think Dig Dug, the guy's not named Dig Dug. I'm searching up the name of Dig Dug. You fill the air for a moment.
I don't know. What do you... fill the air? Fill with air? Dig Dug?
Thank you. The main character of Dig Dug is called Taizo Hori.
They're in the Puyo Puyo games.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
At least
You
Puyo
want
Puyo
to guess how old he is in Dig Dug?
43.
That's pretty far off. He's 27. He's 46 in Mr. Driller.
I've played Mr. Driller.
Yeah? What do you think? What do you think about the age of Dig Dug in that game?
Mr. Driller's like a shittier Motherload.
Motherload?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
It's the Flash game where you're on Mars and you dig down.
Oh. It's kind of like that other game where you dig down that isn't Frog Fractions.
I don't know.
Steam
World Dig, yeah.
Yeah, Steam World Dig.
We're getting too off topic.
Yeah, well,
We gotta end this thing.
We have reached about an hour, so I hope all of you are happy. I hope you're happy that you had us talk about Mr. Peanut of our own free will.
Goodbye. Thanks for balls.
Yeah, thanks for Oh! One last thing. If you have enjoyed this podcast, or if you have not enjoyed this podcast, if you really hated it, you should send us an email to ballpod.show@gmail.com. That's BALLPOD.SHOW@gmail.com. Show us your balls.
Show us your balls.
To be very clear, what we mean by this is like, maybe in real life you saw like an orb or something of this sort. Please do not actually show us like explicit photos. We would really hate that. Please don't do that. But everything else, like maybe you're playing a video game and you see a ball, hell yeah, we want to see that.
Or if you're a bald person, we want to see that.
Or if you're a
too.
bald person, we would also love to see that as well. Yeah. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.